Well, happy Tuesday, everyone. I decided to come back to work, because it's Tuesday, and I decided not to come into work on Monday because it was cold. I stayed home and did chores. So, you know how to tell it's cold outside is when you go outside and it's just cold. So that described yesterday and this morning. Not to brag it up a whole lot, but I'd like to show you that my tire repair is pretty good because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And soon to be the 6th. Right there. Kind of hard to see with the lighting. Right where my finger is, there's a split. Probably another rock drill. I don't know. But hey, none of my patches have leaked. But this tire will have 6 patches in it. Don't know why. Just this tire. Weird. But anyway, we're going to get that fixed up. And then we've got another truck project. It's a truck project. It's right there. I'm looking right at the project.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. Our family has been blessed to farm in Montana
for over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have
and blessings from our Savior,
Jesus Christ.
This is a new Pete. Little different color than the red and white one. Kind of walking through it, kind of finding a few things. I know Tony's been through it too already. We could use a little paint on the frame. Yes, there's some cosmetic stuff, yes. But moreover important is some bushings on the leaf springs. Redo those. I guess Tony actually already ordered those. Replacing some lights across the back of the sleeper here, making sure all the lights back here are working properly, the wiring's all cleaned up. Just kind of a general go through, and I haven't even looked at the brake shoes. Oh, it's got brakes. That's good. Yeah. Oh, I don't know, what is that? Maybe 50% brake shoes on there, maybe 60. So brake shoes are pretty good. Yeah, these lights, there's a couple lights back here. Again, this is more cosmetic stuff, but those 5 red lights don't work. Those 4 are obviously missing. The key won't come out of here, so that needs to be addressed. Actually, that's already been ordered too, so that's kind of an easy takeoff. I had it running yesterday. And there's a valve way up under here that's leaking air. It must be on the primary air because the pusher axle is not even all the way to the ground yet. It's pretty close, but not quite. Buff out these fenders. And they're just faded real bad. Yeah, just a few odds and ends. This is the big part of the project, is the previous owner got cracked by a car, dinged the tank, the exhaust, and ripped that hole. So we'll figure out what we can do there. It's silicone it, put a sticker over it, I don't know. Tires look pretty decent, so it is a 550 horse, 1850 foot-pounds of torque, factory Cummins. Hood springs missing, so the hood does feel kind of heavy right now. But use a little TLC in the cab. Not sure what we'll do about a little roughed up on the floor, wood floor. Almost rather have carpet. Things slide all over. This stereo thing is gonna go away because it doesn't really work all that great. Sleeper's pretty clean, pretty good shape, but oh yeah, check this out. Boom! Isn't that cool? And which one was it? That one. So we can have all sorts of cool, fancy smancy lights. Anyway, well yeah. Hi everyone. What are we doing? Like I said, it's just pretty decked out. It's pretty sure. Oh, the steering wheel tilt that's not working. So you can do enough to get it to telescope in and out, but that should be an easy fix. Just thought I'd come out here and enjoy the sunshine and a beautiful day, because you have no idea how wonderful it feels that it's only 2 below. It's just nice. It's just, who am I kidding? Like I said, freaking 2 below. I'm going inside, man. But hey, it's warming up, so that is spectacular, awesome. I don't know actual numbers, but I'd say we're 15 to 20 days, pretty much all of February here. Because what is today's, the 20th or the 21st February, somewhere in there. Either way, I'd say 15 to 20 days that we have been below 0 for highs, colder for lows. Obviously, it's colder for lows. I think the coldest real feel, as they call it, that I saw was 49 below. That was a little bitter. Whew. And but I think the ambient temp on that was 34 below. Tomorrow is supposed to be in the 20s for highs, and then Saturday is supposed to be like 45 for a high. Found these chunks of hard plastic mud flap, which I think they'll do good for deflecting the rocks down, not come off the front tire to keep them off of here and the front of the tank. But that bolt hole, where there should be a 4th bolt, stuck me right into that beam, that brace. So that kind of sucked. But I mean, if 3 doesn't hold it, I don't know what would. So I just left it with the 3. I could cut that out, but again, I just don't think it's worth it. I think the 3 will do just fine, especially with the metal back strap on it. But other than that, been kind of slow. We'll have to build, when I took this step off to work on getting that mud flap on, the battery mount holder things just fell right out the bottom. Both sides here are well held on by bungee cord, so that's not good. But this is the bracket that was there, and as you can see, it's pretty well shot. 2 bolts go down here, and then the other one goes in there. So we're gonna go try to build something that's going to look absolutely nothing like that. So we come back to, where's a piece of small scrap angle iron that I could use? Perfect. There about. Well, it doesn't look factory. Told you it would look nothing alike. I think that'll work pretty good. The way it's sat in there, I'll show you later. I'm gonna paint it first though. Okay, well, I have a left and a right. Well, if you've never taken apart the steering column on a 389 Peterbilt, for example, don't start. It's not worth your pain and agony. So what's going on is the steering wheel telescopes up and down, but it won't tilt. So I've seen on other YouTube stuff, there's a plastic spacer that goes in here that doesn't allow your steering wheel to tip down very low, and the trick is you simply bust that plastic ring out and do away with it. But what happens on this, or what happened on this, I don't know if this happens to others, is that last little thing of plastic got wedged down in that spring and wouldn't allow it to release. So basically I couldn't tilt the steering wheel back up. So I pulled the whole thing out, which is a major pain. And I totally did not do it the way you're probably supposed to do it, but I got it out. Somehow I'll have to go get it back in. It should just go chunk. Yeah. So it releases now, and it goes up and down and in and out and grabs a hold of things, apparently like a towel. And so yeah, now I gotta go squeeze it back together a little bit so I can get it back up in there. I really don't want that thing to release on me and go boom again. 'Cause that kind of hurts. There. So that went better than I thought. There. Now I have to line up the other holes. I'm no tool man, Taylor. There. Okay, that went better than I thought. On this handle. And now, yeah, put this on this. Okay, now, moment of truth. Don't stay down now. Alright. It does. Good deal. Now I gotta put everything else back together. A friend of mine who, during this cold snap, I actually helped him. They were gone and their well froze up and having a hard time water cows. Anyway, ended up, it was the pump froze, a whole bunch of stuff messed up. Anyway, he got it replaced, whatever. Heater in the well now. And he goes down in there because he got a few other problems going on. He's working on getting it so he can water his cows a little easier. And he goes down into his well. I don't know if you can see this. In the bottom of his well, in front of a little space heater, is a 7-foot long bull snake. Who else has to deal with snakes in February in Montana? I haven't got anything done in the last 5 minutes. I've been busy laughing, trying to figure this out. That poor guy. Well, we got it all back together on the steering wheel end of things. Still no horn. I actually went as far as to try and hotwire the horn out on the firewall, and it arced. So something's wrong with the horn. But anyway, just got to put all of the plastic stuff around, and I'll double check my work. Goes up, out of the way, comes down, locks. Sometimes you almost have to pull the pedal up. But anyway, that'll be a lot better. And it, well, hopefully it's kind of hard without any air in the seat. When you really mash down on it, the steering wheel still telescopes, does everything that it's supposed to do. So, steering wheel tilt project, excuse me, is done. Happy to have that because, yeah, that kind of sucked. It's hard to get in and out of here. So, put the plastic on and call it quits on this part. This gauge was the secondary air gauge. We've just simply painted it black, and the new secondary air gauge is over here. So we're gonna pull it out real quick, move it over here, and then just put this blank one right there because it doesn't work, and which isn't a big thing because here's your view. I'd rather see my secondary air here, and you can't see much here because of the steering wheel. So gonna do that, put a new stereo in, and I believe that's all for the dash. Well, we got the old stereo out, and of course you cannot have the same connection on the new stereo as the old stereo, so we got out the instructions and we threw them out. And now we have to color match. So if you're colorblind, I'm sorry, but it's just wire to wire. Purple to purple, black to black, green to green, yellow to yellow, purple purple. Alright, well, we got the stereo installed. Can put this back together, but I'm going to first, this stereo is a Bluetooth stereo, and it has a microphone doodad for hands-free phone. It's supposed to go on your visor, but because of the drop visor, we don't have actual visors. But I think I can get it up in here, route the wire down, and plumb it into the stereo there, so we can actually have hands-free phone. It would be handy to have hands-free.
Well, the good news is they're able to save the foot.
Told them to cut it off at the neck, and they didn't.
Yeah. No, I had a growth on my foot they cut off. I don't know where that came from.
Too much Roundup. That's
what someone's going to say, yeah.
It's Roundup's fault. So.
Except I don't drink Roundup, so it couldn't be that. But I'm kind of like laid up for a while. I think if it was my hand, I could be out here like doing things, but all the blood runs to your feet when you stand up. So it was like 5 days ago now, so I'm feeling pretty good, but that's why you don't see me in the videos like lately. Been watching TV in the house and doing what everyone thinks farmers do in the winter. Another week, should be back to get the stitches out, be back to normal. So
he could probably drive. He would just drive really fast because he has no motion control over his foot. So he'd just be all or nothing on the throttle. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's kind of how you start pulling anyway. So
in the wind today, you'd need it.
Yeah.
So.
But no, it's gets a little sore if I'm on it for more than 5 minutes at a time. So take it easy. Surgeon's like, yeah, you don't want to overdo it because if you bust open your stitches from swelling, then I gotta take your toe. And that doesn't sound like a good idea, so I'll listen to her.
Then we could call him Stumpy.
Yeah.
I got a two-way out on that mirror, a two-way antenna. Cord ran down through the mirror pipe, which then brings it in behind the glove box, and then up the A post, and then across. And so now we can put a two-way radio antenna connected to our two-way when we'll put it up in there. And we'll just rob the CB power for that, probably, and just tuck the CB antenna up in there. We don't have an extra CB. But, so that's all done. The microphone for the hands-free phone is in. And the new stereo, everything. So now it's just a matter of gonna put the dash back together. And should pretty well be wrapped up in the cab.
I'm sure I'm making some body man just cringe doing it that way, but it looks good. I like it.
We're gonna say goodbye to the dash trailer today. So I was over to the shop a little. I stopped here first thing in the morning, plugged this in for a couple hours, and yeah, we're gonna head up to Plentywood and right up to the border up there, and unhook the trailer. Guy's coming down to pick it up. We're supposed to feed him at like 12:30. basically just to check tires. Should be good. And make sure all your lights are working too. Blinkers are a handy thing to have. Even handier when they're used. Well, the dash trailer is officially on its way to Canada. I'm up here at the border right now and just got unhooked. Been talking to the guy for a few minutes that took it. Yeah, we're gonna get out of the way because there's a couple other trucks moving in and around here and head for home.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. But don't forget, farm hard, trade harder. See you next video.